And we are back here on the GSMC Baseball Podcast, bringing you our third segment. So usually over the weekend, I decided to do the games from Sunday. So, but for this segment, I did want to talk about the games on Saturday and Friday as well, just to give some more input on what happened over the weekend. I only picked a few games because, again, it will be impossible to talk about all the games in two segments because there were just so many over the weekend. But I wanted to talk about these games that I didn't cover from Friday and Saturday. So yeah, first game I did want to mention was these are notable games, just the games that I did want to fully touch upon. So for first we had Friday, which was Astros and Nationals. I picked this game because the notable thing was Justin Verlander was coming back. The Astros have had a lot of pitching injuries so far this year, a lot, and getting Verlander back is such a huge thing. It is such a huge upgrade for the Astros rotation, such a significant thing. So I did want to touch upon that and talk about the game here. So we would open up the scoring in the top of the second with a Yainer Diaz RBI double to make it 1-0 Houston. Then Jeremy Pena would hit an RBI double to make it 2-0. And then Chas McCormick would make it 3-0 with an RBI single. So great job by the Astros to score in the top of the second here. A great inning for them. And, I think the Astros right now wanted to start hot. That was one of their goals. They wanted to come out swinging from the top of the game with all the negative momentum they've had over these past few weeks now, with their record being where it is. I think it was a great job there. Bottom of the third, Ildemaro Vargas would hit an RBI single to score Riley Adams to make it 3-1. But the Astros would answer right back with a Chas McCormick sacrifice fly to make it 4-1. Riley Adams would then hit his second home run of the year to make it 4-2. Then a Mauricio Dubon RBI single would make it 5-2 Washington. But Jesse Winker would hit a sacrifice fly to make it 5-3 in the bottom of the ninth. Unfortunately for the Nationals, they would not score after that, and they would end up losing this game 5-3. So an unfortunate outcome there for them. I think they were hoping to come back against this Astros team that had been struggling, but good job for the Astros that they were able to win this game and kind of break that losing up a little bit. The Astros had on the mound, of course, Justin Verlander, who came back and was his excellent self. 6 innings pitched, 4 hits, 2 earned runs, no walks, 4 strikeouts, a home run. Came right back off the injured list from the entire season and pitched 6 innings of strong ball. So I think that's what you're getting from Justin Verlander if you're an Astros fan. You know how good he is. We know who he is. He's been one of the best pitchers in baseball history for a little while now, and continues to show you who he is. And just a great start there, and a great job. So really positive there. And I think with all the pitching injuries the Astros have suffered in their rotation, you want to see Verlander come back. You want to see him be himself, and I think it's a really big help for them, and just a really big help for the Astros rotation altogether. For the Nationals, they had on the mound Mackenzie Gore. He went 4 innings pitched, 7 hits, 3 earned runs, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. Now, Gore is a guy I'm definitely high on for the future. I think he can be a big part of this Nationals rotation and team altogether, but you need him to go deeper into games, I'd say. A good start against the Astros offense, but again, you need him to go deeper into games. That's what he's a starter for. I understand not a lot of people go deep into games nowadays, but at the same time, I still would like him to. I still think he needs to for the future. So, yeah, that's definitely something to watch, but not the worst thing in the world. The Astros had the series against the Nationals, and they lost 2 out of 3. I mean, just, you cannot be doing that to the Nationals. I understand the Nationals have been a big surprise so far. They're only 1 game under 500, and a lot of people were expecting them to be the worst team in baseball. So they've been very encouraging and exciting, yes, but at the same time, it's still the Nationals. You can't lose a series to them if you are the. It's still the Nationals. You can't lose a series to them if you are the Astros. Just not something that can happen. You cannot drop a series. So, yeah, I think the Astros need to. The Astros need to just find a way to get it going right now. Getting Verlander back was a big deal, but I mean, you need to start winning games. Next game we have on the agenda is going to be Diamondbacks and Giants, a game that I was really excited to watch. It was the battle of 2 of the Boris 4 with Jordan Montgomery and Blake Snell. when I first started the show, and it was in the dead of the offseason where nothing was going on, when I had to fight for segments to talk about, these are the guys I would rely on over Reliable, Blake Snell and Jordan Montgomery, just talking about their markets. So I know the ins and outs of their markets and where they would have signed if they didn't sign with their teams. But Snell went to the Giants, Montgomery went to the Diamondbacks, so they were matching up together in opposite division, now in division rival teams, of course. So a big game here. The Giants, they had Snell, who was not good. He 4 2/3 innings pitched, 9 hits, 5 earned runs, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts, a 12 ERA in the season so far. I mean, I think this is what happens when you don't have spring training. It just you gotta play better, and I think Snell has to be the guy they signed him to be. He won the Cy Young last year, is one of the better pitchers in all of baseball, and so far has not been showing that with the Giants. Has not been good, so you need him to pick it up soon. Diamondbacks had on the mound Jordan Montgomery. He went 6 innings pitched, 4 hits, an earned run, no walks, 3 strikeouts. So a great start for him as an Arizona Diamondbacks. Great first start. I think this signing is going to be big coming down for the season. First of all, in the playoffs, when everyone gets healthy, you're going to have a rotation of Zach Gallen, Merrill Kelly, Jordan Montgomery, Eduardo Rodriguez, and Brandon Pfaadt. I mean, I don't know what team has a better rotation, 1 to 5, than that. So I think that's going to be huge. And right now you have some injury concerns with Merrill Kelly, which we'll talk about later. You have some with Eduardo Rodriguez, which we have talked about anyways. So this Montgomery signing is going to be coming in huge for the Diamondbacks. And just a great job for signing him. And a great job to pounce on the opportunity, seeing him available this late in the season. And able to sign a guy like this who probably would have gone 7 years, $200 million in some other markets. You got him on a 1-year contract worth only $25. So this game would be a blowout as the Diamondbacks win by 16 runs, winning 17-1. So, I mean, Ketel Marte, RBI single, Blaze Alexander, RBI double, Christian Walker, RBI single, Randall Grichuk, RBI double, Gabby Moreno, RBI double, Kevin Newman, RBI single, Lourdes Gurriel, RBI single, Pavin Smith, RBI ground out, Blaze Alexander, grand slam, Eugenio Suarez, RBI single, and a Gavin Moreno, RBI single again. That would be all the scoring to make it 17-1. Obviously, I'm not going to go through all of that one by one like I usually do with the scoring because it was just so much. So, great job by their offense. Giants did have Jorge Soler at home run, which I guess is a positive because he's one of your signings and he hasn't been great so far. But, losing 17-1 is just embarrassing, man. It's embarrassing. Giants right now are 9-12. They would lose the series to the Diamondbacks, so yeah, you definitely need to pick it up. I don't know what's going on with them. So yeah, not great so far, and definitely something I'm watching, seeing how the Giants do end up performing. So yeah. The next game we would have on the agenda is talking about the Orioles and Royals Saturday. This is a really fun game, as it would be Corbin Burns and Cole Reagans versus each other. Two aces playing each other. So I thought it was an interesting matchup to just give my thoughts on. So it would also be an exciting game in general for scoring. So as in the top of the second, Ramon Arias would hit an RBI double to score Jordan Westburg to make it 1-0 Baltimore. Then James McCann would hit an RBI single. Then Adley Rutschman had an RBI single to make it 3-0 Baltimore in the top of the second. Ryan Mountcastle would add on in the same inning to make it 4-0. Then Anthony Santander would hit an RBI double to make it 5-0. Then Jordan Westerberg would make it 7-0. So, what an inning here by the Baltimore Orioles. Cole Reagans is an ace, yes, but didn't really pitch as ace-like in this inning. So, yeah, great job there by the Orioles offense to come in clutch and just get all those runs. What an onslaught. You can never say no to the Royals right now, though, as in the bottom of the sixth, Alberto Perez would hit a 3-run home run. He's just been off to a tear to start the year to make it 7-3. Then on the top of the seventh, a pass ball by Salvi actually would get another run on the board for the Orioles, as would make it 8-3. Then a wild pitch by Johan Ramirez would make it 8-4. So Kansas City would get a run on the board there. So both teams would have a little mishap there with the wild pitches and pass balls. Michael Garcia would hit an RBI single in the bottom of the seventh to make it 8-5. Then a Salvador Perez RBI single would make it 8-7. So looked like the Royals would be coming back I mean, they just don't quit right now. But in the top of the eighth, Anthony Santander would hit an RBI double to make it 9-7 Baltimore to score Ryan Mountcastle. So a great job by him there to get the Orioles up 9-7 and get some more insurance for them. They would end up winning this game 9-7. So a really exciting game there. Two aces matching up, but doesn't really seem like if the Royals, as Cole Reagans would go for 1 2/3 only, giving up 7 earned, 4 strikeouts only, no walks, but 7 earned. So seemed like his strategy of just attacking batters did not work, and the Orioles were all over it. So I think this is more having to do with how great the Orioles offense is than Cole Reagans potentially regressing. Again, not really what you want for him, not really how you wanted the season to start for him, a 4.37 ERA, but I still believe in him. I still think he's one of the better pitchers in baseball. I don't think one start is really going to change my mind on that. For the Orioles, you of course had your ace on the mound, which was Corbin Burnes. Burnes was really, really solid. He went, of course, 5 2/3, giving up 4 hits, 3 earned runs, a walk, and 4 strikeouts. Not the best start in the world. Definitely not really what you wanted fully, but at the same time was still really solid and was still a good game there. So just did want to talk about that little aces matchup. The Phillies, I'm next going to be talking about the Phillies and White Sox series, which was on Friday and Saturday. Of course, the Phillies would sweep the White Sox. I mean, there's no surprise there. They're really good. The White Sox are not. But mainly I want to talk about the pitching. For the Phillies, they had on the mound Spencer Turnbull in the first game against the White Sox. He went 7 innings pitched, giving up 1 hit over 7, no earned runs, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts. Really, really just an amazing start for him. I mean, yes, such a great start there. So, yeah, I mean, just great, a great start. I don't know what else to say. So, a great start by him. I understand against the White Sox offense, but that's something you need. Then on Saturday, they would have Zach Wheeler on the mound. He would also be phenomenal, having a no-hitter up until the 8th. And his final line would look like, let me pull it up very quickly. It would be 7 1/3 innings pitched, 1 hit, no earned runs, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts, a 2.30 ERA in the season. So a great, great job there. I understand the Phillies pitching was facing the White Sox offense, but at the same time, I think with the injuries they've suffered, mainly to your guys like Taijuan Walker or other guys that are depth in the Phillies rotation, I think having Spencer Turnbull, having Zach Wheeler have these amazing starts, do great like this is a big sign. You know, Taijuan Walker is returning soon for the Phillies, and it is going to be an interesting decision for the Phillies. Do they want to go with Spencer Turnbull, who's been really good on that 1-year, $2 million contract, or are they going to reinsert Taijuan Walker, who's really struggled, been hurt, but is on a huge contract, and you kind of want to see what he's got? So it's going to be a very fascinating decision for the Phillies, and something that I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do about it. If I was them, I'd go with Turnbull. I just don't think Walker's going to work out with them. I would give him starts, but I'm not sure if I would give him significant starts, or I think I would have a 6-man rotation. Just try to get him involved somehow. I mean, you kind of have to with the contract he has. So that's really the dilemma for the Phillies right there. So, yeah, but great job by the Phillies pitching. Really, really just a great, great job. I think that's what they needed. And a great pickup by Dave Dombrowski to get Spencer Turnbull on that 1-year, $2 million. I didn't expect him to be this big of a contributor, but he's been really, really good. So congratulations there. The next one I want to talk about, we're not going to really, I would say recap it, but I just want to talk about it. Mets and Dodgers. On Friday, the Mets would beat them 9-4, and then on Saturday, they would beat them 6-4. And then, of course, Sunday they'd lose 10-0, but the Mets would beat the Dodgers in a series in Los Angeles. The Mets had beaten the Royals in a series, they'd beaten the Braves in a series, and they just beaten the Dodgers in a series. So, I mean, man, they have been so good these past few games. The offense has been clicking. The pitching's been really solid. The bullpen has been amazing. Reed Garrett, I mean, where the hell did Reed Garrett come from? Who even knew who this guy was before this year except Mets and Orioles fans? No one did. So The Mets now have beaten the Dodgers in a series. They beat the Braves in a series. They beat the Royals in the series. I think when talking about power rankings, I think they have to be in the top 7 currently. They've been really, really great, and I'm watching them right now. They've been so great. They've come back into the Dodgers in both games, and they're a team to watch in the future. They're a team to watch and see how they do. So I'll be watching them. I'll be seeing how they do, and I'll be seeing what ends up happening with them. So yeah, Mets have been very, very great, and a great story for them. Finally putting it all together, it seems like. So they're a team to watch, and we'll be seeing how they do perform in the future. So, but that is the end of our third segment. Just talking about the games I did want to talk that I didn't have a chance to mention in our segment about Sunday. So both Friday and Saturday. So yeah. Going to our fourth and final segment, which is going to be talking about some just news stories around the league, kind of injury related and also minor transaction related. So yeah, we'll be doing that, and then we'll be ending our show. So yeah, we'll be talking about that, and we'll see you after the break. So thanks so much, and bye.